Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. So in this video, we are going to be doing an update on the Mr. Volcano gas forge. I think it's the Mr. Volcano Hero gas forge, and it is the single burner like you see it using right there in the background. I'm going to show you some of the upgrades I've done to it to make it a better forge, and also talk about how it has held up in the last, well, I don't know, several months that we've had it now. Then we've come up to almost 6 months. So I'm going to be doing that, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get right into it. Okay, so let's talk about some of the upgrades first and foremost. The very first upgrade that I've done, and you know, maybe the primary upgrade that I recommend everybody do with these, is get a braided stainless steel hose for this, gas hose. I get it with a long enough length so it can go over to the propane bottle. I'll have this particular hose, gauge, and regulator setup all linked up in the description down below with an affiliate link. So if you want to, you can check that out. Great way of supporting the channel with no additional cost to you. But it's got a 30 PSIG regulator on it and a really nice pressure gauge that comes with it, all with this about 10 foot of whip there for the stainless hose. That's the very first upgrade I've done to it. The second upgrade is I've built this stand out of an old brake drum, a bit of pipe, and then just made a box for this thing to sit on, so it's kind of its own podium. Of course, you'll be doing whatever you want in your own shop, whether you've got a workbench or you know, wherever you like to take and stow it. When I've used it, sometimes before I had this, I actually set it on the coal forge when the coal forge wasn't on, and I just like let it sit on my coal forge whenever I wanted to do some you know, gas forge work. But the nice thing about having it on this little portable stand, as you see Thomas is working, making some horseshoe nail hooks here for the website. Show that off there. The nice thing about the stand is that we're able to move the gas forge around the shop to wherever we need it. So he's here at his forging station working in the shop. He's got it nice and close. He can set it wherever he wants for comfort. And the other nice thing is whenever we're flattening out the heads of those horseshoe nail hooks, we can set it clear over here and set it real close to the fly press. So when we're ready to do some squishy on those heads to flatten them out, it makes it super handy, and it's super close by. That way we don't have to use the big 3-burner Menkel gas forge and roast your knuckles off trying to get in at those little tiny pieces. So it's been super handy in that result to be able to do that and have it for that purpose. Let's see here. So let's talk about how well it has held up. So you guys won't be able to see it in here so far, but we have started to take and have some failure on the actual liner itself, or the refractory lining that we've put on top of the K-wool. Now, part of that is, well, I would say most of that is this guy's fault. Not you guys, but this guy behind the camera lens. Most of that is my fault, because for the YouTube video, I rushed the curing process on this. Like, I didn't let it go 24 hours at all. Now, I have seen and looked around some different online forums and stuff, and some people say that it's inadequate or it's not enough, the refractory coating on there. And on one side, which you can't see right now, you can see that even though I put it on fairly thick, it's okay, Thomas, they're not going to be, it's blown out. Even though I put it on nice and thick, or what I thought was nice and thick on the K-wool, it was still only about a 1/4 inch thick layer of, you know, that I was able to put on it. So it would be nice if there was about double that amount in there, get a good 1/2 inch or better layer of the refractory lining would be wonderful. But it is sufficient to cover the K-wool. I'm not concerned that any sort of little bits of rigidized K-wool or anything like that is going to affect my health at all. We are in a very large open building, so I'm not concerned with that at all. Now, you may actually be in a small, tight, enclosed shop, and in that case, you would want to go ahead and reline it. Now, we've been using it pretty consistently since Thomas has been working with me over the winter, and been using it for all sorts of things, everything from doing the nail hooks like he's working on now, to making up other hooks, you name it, various other projects and items for the shop, making bowls and vessels, all sorts of stuff like that. And it has been very, very handy to have in the shop and, you know, have that localized heat where we need it to be able to move that thing around. So that's kind of just the quick and down and dirty of it. That's the 6-month, you know, review of it. It's very good. We have been giving these away during our monthly giveaway live streams. If you're interested in attending those, be sure to check subscribe and click the bell and set it for all notifications. YouTube doesn't work like it used to. You do have to select for all notifications. Otherwise, you will not get my content and you won't know when we go live. So, but we've been giving one of those away every single month this year of 2022, and they've been a great forge. They've been helping a lot of people out, and they're very cost effective and cheap, which is, you can't ask for better than that. Cheap, right? One thing I have noticed around a lot of the different online forums, if you'll indulge me with a few more minutes of your time here, one thing I have noticed on online forums is when you guys go out and purchase this gas forge or any gas forge that's open like this, you don't brick them in enough, or you brick them in too much. So there's math that you can use to figure out exactly calculate how much free area for an opening you need to have in order for it to continue to, the flame to come out the front. My ratio for that is, you can see Thomas, he has his, you know, the gas forge is completely open on the front, but it's completely bricked off in the back. We're doing that to take and save heat. And especially if you're going to try to get up to forge welding temperatures, you need to have it closed up. Well, how much do you have it closed up with bricks? I say that you can brick it in to where you leave a half of a brick's width, which let's say is maybe 2.5 inches or so, about 2 inches in width slot down the front. So if you put a brick here and a brick here, that slot down the front should be about 2.5 inches of an opening, and you'll be just fine. That allows enough gas to get through, or enough gas and unburnt you know, fuel and gas and air to make it through the front, so it doesn't starve out your flame and end up backdrafting up the burner pipe. But it also is closed up enough that you can develop the heat. So if you're a beginner and you buy one of these forges, buy extra bricks. Buy extra bricks to brick in the front and the back of the forge. I also recommend to put a brick floor underneath it. And for the love of God, stop putting them on wooden benches. I've seen all sorts of people do that. Don't do that. It is not risk. It is not worth the risk. Make sure you're on a steel top table or build yourself a stand for that. One option you could go for, and I've seen a lot of people do it, right here, go get yourself one of those Harbor Freight roll around carts, little red carts, put a brick floor in there or pour to the top with concrete or something, and then set your forge on that. Be safe, make it a lot safer for you, but do not ever put your gas forge on a wooden bench top. You're just asking for your shop to burn down. Years ago, I'm trailing off here. I'm trailing off. We're going on a ride, gentlemen. Years ago, I bought a hot box gas forge that originally had a tall stand to it, but somebody chopped that stand off and welded on like a little 1-inch stub in a plate, and they screwed it down to a wooden bench top in their shop, and their whole shop burnt down. So the hose was roasted off. I got this gas forge for a song. It was for a deal. I got it for like 25, 30 bucks. So that was amazing for me, but their whole shop burnt down because they screwed it to a wooden bench top. So don't do that. Obviously, this doesn't come with a stand. It's meant to sit on something. Make sure that is flame retardant and everything underneath it is non-flammable and won't be affected by heat. All right, that's enough of me dadding you. Get out in your shop, make something beautiful, have a lot of fun. If you're interested in the regulator and hoses, if you're interested in that gas forge, I do have affiliate links down in the description. Be sure to check those out. It helps to support the channel at no additional cost to you just by clicking through those links. I am not sponsored by Mr. Volcano Gas Forge or the Regulator Company, but there is an affiliate program I'm a part of to be able to take and get a small kickback for directing traffic to Amazon. So that's it for today. Thank you to all the channel members who make this content possible. God bless each and every last one of you, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.